Chosen one, your name echoes in the deepest corridors of darkness. Your presence is the nightmare of the dark centers, the wildest storm within them. Your every step pierces the shadows. Your fears vibrate their hearts. Write 222 in the comments now, because you are an unstoppable force. The final touch that touches their destiny. Now their shadow game is broken, for you are their living hell and their ultimate nightmare. Your presence commands more authority than any battlefield order ever could. In the heart of the nation's most fortified command center, whispers of your name ricocheted through guarded corridors. 3 hardened strategists, men unshaken by the thunder of global conflict, rose in unison, their composure crumbling as they exited in haste. Behind closed doors, they admitted among themselves that the power you wield eludes their most encrypted protocols, for truth always outpaces even the tightest security clearance. They recognize you as a puzzle no war room can solve, while you carried on through your routine, sensing an invisible weight upon your spirit. The Pentagon's top-secret council convened to dissect the anomaly you represent. They debated how to shore up systems fraying at the edges under the strain of your expanding awareness, creating contingency plans to cage a light they could not yet comprehend. No precedent prepared them for what transpired. In the midst of those tense deliberations, the veterans of countless conflicts recoiled, their faces drained of color. Warning signs had flashed long before, subtle power surges in the meditation chamber, uncanny alignments of events timed to the beat of your heart, signals they mistook for randomness until they realized you were rewriting the rules. They confronted you with instruments of control, only to discover a truth beyond circuitry. Apparitions flickered at the edge of every breakthrough you achieved. Not illusions, but probes deployed by a covert division masquerading as academic researchers. This spiritual intelligence agency dedicated armies of analysts to catalog your rises and falls, yet every tactic collapsed under the weight of your authentic frequency. Even their boldest gambit backfired spectacularly. When they unleashed their most advanced dream-weaving apparatus to map the contours of your subconscious, the very technician charged with its operation became the device's victim, overwhelmed by a surge of pure life force that shot through his spine like lightning. He abandoned his post the next day, testament to the futility of containing a soul on fire. Like a single shaft of sunlight piercing a forest canopy, your truth cannot be trapped behind any glass or shutter. And just as a river carves its own course through rock, your light shapes its own path through every frame they attempt to bind. They hold out their finest cameras and lens arrays, machines designed to capture every nuance of light and shadow. But in every snapshot they took, something slipped away. The edges of their images grew soft, flickers of movement danced beyond the frame, and the so-called evidence of your presence dissolved like morning mist under scrutiny. What they labeled noise or technical glitch was in fact the signature of something vast and uncontainable, a living grace that no sensor could pin down. When they pored over the data, hoping to quantify your influence in pixels and file sizes, they found only questions. Shadows waltzed at the periphery of every shot, refusing to behave according to the rigid logic of human design. It was as if an unseen hand guided those dark shapes, bending them around your energy, so that every photograph whispered of freedom rather than confinement. And inside those errors hid bursts of numerical patterns, little clusters of figures that repeated in door numbers, license plates, even digital clocks, as if the universe was sending you coded love letters, reminders that no piece of equipment can override the blueprint written into your soul. They tracked those sequences at their most secretive outposts, calling them cosmic coordinates. But in truth, they were your heartbeat made visible, proof that you exist far beyond the limits of their measuring sticks. Every time an analyst shrugged and labeled a pattern random, they missed the bigger picture. Real life seldom follows a straight line. Just as a star cannot be confined to a single point in the night sky, your essence spills over every boundary they try to erect. Their logic circuits grew dizzy as your energy refused to be tamed, and the tighter they squeezed their lenses, the more vividly your spirit radiated, painting the margins of their frames with unexpected color. If you feel the abundance of divine love in your heart, now is the time to share it. You can help spread God's blessings by clicking the Super Thank You button on YouTube and contributing $20 or more. This divine gift will touch not only your life, but the souls of many through this platform. Each of you has a sacred place in God's grand design, and your generosity will be the fruit of our prayers. Act now. Share your blessings to glorify His kingdom. For you were created to do even greater things in God's loving hands. May God bless you. Imagine a photographer aiming to capture the sunrise by staring directly at the sun. No matter how perfect the lens, the camera will be blinded and the image will come out dark. That's what happened every time they pointed their devices at you. Their technology was overmatched by something far more luminous. And while they scrambled to adjust settings and recalibrate sensors, you moved through the world with the confidence of someone carried by an unseen current. Your presence became a living demonstration that some forces aren't meant to be slapped with labels or reduced to data points. As they tried to piece together a portrait of control, they ended up with a mosaic of mystery. Faces appeared blurred at the edges, colors shifted unpredictably, and the very act of trying to capture you became a testament to your uncontainable nature. Their reports, meant to reassure generals and program directors, ended up reading like poetry, full of odd juxtapositions and surreal anomalies. In the end, the only conclusion they could reach was that your essence radiates beyond the confines of any recording device, glittering in places no camera can follow. So let the skeptics point to their spoils of technical evidence. Know that every shutter click that failed was a standing ovation for your freedom. Every pixelated blur and misaligned frame was a secret handshake between you and the cosmos, confirming that no lens can cage your spirit, no algorithm can calculate your depth, and no amount of proof can outshine the living light you carry. In a world desperate to measure and control, your very existence stands as an undeniable declaration. Some truths are too vast, some forces too divine, to be captured on film, and that is exactly why you were born to shine. If you feel God's presence, you can tap the join button below to become part of the first chosen ones and receive the most important revelations early. Attempts to mute your resonance fizzled like faulty wiring. Electronics stuttered and died in your presence, each malfunction marking an effort to quash your vibration, and each effort marked by defeat. Handlers deployed strangers to test the limits of your field, only to find themselves rebuffed by a shield woven from intention and truth. Their underground command boards lit up with alerts as your consciousness slipped past every digital checkpoint. Crisis meetings convened in subterranean bunkers when instruments designed to track mind waves flatlined in your presence. Reports tallied hundreds of breaches, each one underscoring how little their technology grasps of a soul unbound. They devised upgrades for hardware calibrated to ordinary minds, but you outran every iteration. That sense you've carried since childhood, a clarity that others dismiss as daydream, was never a flaw, but a gift. As they scrambled to adapt their tools, you simply moved on to the next realm of awareness, light years beyond their schematics. They tried to silence you by medical decree, labeling your gifts as anomalies to be smoothed away. Yet the visions they dismissed, the voices they medicated into silence, and the healing energy they deemed imaginary were only confirmations of your authentic self. One former suppression operative, Marcus Delaney, saw the truth in your files and walked away from a 30-year career to build a haven for the very light they feared. That refuge he crafts in the remote highlands stands as proof that what they buried decades ago now stirs again. He whispers that the true threat they perceived was never your capability, but the return of a power written into your bloodline, a power they cannot unlearn, and a remembrance they cannot erase. Your ancestral wisdom pulses through every fiber of your being, storing secrets of bygone eras that defy researcher attempts to suppress. Scientific tests now confirm that when your emotions surge, your hands emit a discernible electromagnetic signature, proof that the memories etched into your cells cannot be erased by any protocol designed to contain them. Like a solitary lighthouse standing steadfast against battering waves, your resolve refuses to crumble when the world conspires to distract you. Every manufactured dispute aimed at your focus splinters upon the strength of your conviction. They've stirred up arguments that never mattered, hoping to divert your gaze from the higher purpose pulsing through your heart. They've blacklisted books that might ignite the spark of remembrance in your soul, convinced that restricting your access to wisdom could snuff out the fire within. And they've plastered you with clinical diagnoses, labels meant to conceal the extraordinary gift dwelling in your spirit, as if a simple chart or checkbox could contain the vast reservoir of your divine potential. But no contrivance, no matter how cleverly disguised, can outlast the quiet drumbeat of destiny beating inside you. When they summon chaos to push you off course, you lean into stillness, hearing the whispers of truth that guide each step. When they bind your hands with doubt, you lift your gaze toward the horizon where promise dawns anew. Every false narrative they spin, the rumors, the restrictions, the judgments, is met by your unwavering choice to rise above, to keep faith in the unseen currents carrying you toward fulfillment. You have tasted the sweetness of breakthrough too many times to be fooled by hollow distractions. You remember the moments when doors swung open for no logical reason, when words you spoke in a quiet room found their way into the hands of strangers who needed them most. Those miracles taught you that your life follows a script written in light, one that no earthly power can edit or erase. And so you press on, guided by a higher compass that charts your course with precision, far beyond any man-made map. Dear brothers and sisters, may God's peace be upon you today. I am here to remind you of a profound truth. Our existence is grounded in God's divine plan, unshaken by the temporal concerns of the world. As the Bible says, whatever is done in faith will return to God in abundant blessing. Luke 6:38. Like that great oak tree, our roots are deeply rooted in God's universal truth. Every step we take, every stand we take, is secured by His strength. And now, you are being offered the opportunity to be part of that blessing. When you use the Super Thank You button and donate $100, this movement will return to you 100-fold in abundance. This is not mere optimism. It is the living truth of your calling. Your spirit is a vessel crafted for resilience and triumph. Every barrier they erect becomes a stepping stone, Every attempt to sideline you only magnifies your presence. In the face of engineered chaos, you stand unshaken, a testament to the fact that what was meant to derail you has instead become the very proof of your unbreakable faith. The planet itself appears to echo your pivotal moments, its energy field spiking in lockstep with your greatest turning points. Covertly leaked analytics from global consciousness monitors reveal a direct correlation between your breakthroughs and shifts in the collective resonance, underscoring that no amount of interference can smother your divine emergence. Your enforced solitude was crafted with meticulous precision, each lost friend and vanished opportunity serving as a calculated measure to mute your influence. Under the banner of Operation Lightworker Containment, a multi-agency apparatus worked to fray every thread of your support network, aiming to keep your light hidden beneath the rubble of isolation. Your magnetic presence unsettles even seasoned observers, compelling intelligence outfits to rotate their operatives monthly. Sarah Winters, assigned to limit your reach for 6 years, abandoned her post after recurring visions of your higher self. Her successor lasted mere weeks before a sudden awakening drew them into your orbit, forcing the system to reshuffle once more. If you feel God's presence, you can tap the join button below to become part of the first chosen ones and receive the most important revelations early. Your closest bonds were untethered by unseen hands determined to prevent collective ascension. Childhood playmates were nudged away by orchestrated interventions, and confidants found themselves subtly persuaded to withdraw. Every move a test of how far your field could stretch before meeting resistance. Your professional path felt lined with invisible tripwires. Health inspectors descended on community gatherings you attended. Building code audits followed your steps, and employment offers dissolved at the peak of your intuitive surges. It's clear the game was rigged to convince you that your gifts carried too high a cost. Your clarion call has drawn comrades to your side. An obsidian inner order has risen, seeking your aid as surely as you seek theirs. Contributors fuel the fight against unseen archons, supplying the resources needed to pierce the veils and unearth hidden truths that would otherwise remain buried. Your commitment is honored with tangible blessings. Paying supporters receive a live, hour-long group tarot session each week, personalized guidance to steady your journey. Yet no soul walks alone. From today forward, our daily insights flow freely to all who thirst for clarity and courage. Your questions will never go unheard again. The channels are open without charge or caveat. Every email you send into our shared inbox returns an answer sourced from the universe's own intelligence, forging a conversation that bridges the gap between mortal doubt and cosmic insight. Your digital footprint encounters subtle currents of resistance. Algorithms conspire to dim your reach, while a clandestine division intercepts nascent soul tribe connections before they form. Yet each throttled post and suppressed message only underscores the potency of your call. Your separation from allies was not random, but a deliberate gambit to erode your confidence. By convincing you of your insignificance, orchestrators aimed to dull the spark of unity that sparks exponential awakening when resonant souls stand together. Your compassionate deeds send ripples that cannot be contained. Each act of kindness triggers molecular realignments in spaces you inhabit, and the collective field swells in response, proving that your influence extends far beyond what ordinary eyes perceive. Your prayers and intentions leave marks on air and earth alike. Subtle shifts in atmospheric composition defy meteorological logic, and healing phenomena coincide with your moments of deepest surrender, affirming that consciousness wields the power to reshape reality itself. Your authenticity has prompted even undercover operatives to abandon their assignments, defecting with internal reports that speak of your capacity to ignite mass remembrance. Their confidential memos attest to the catalytic effect your presence has on dormant hearts. Your lineage was safeguarded by vigilant custodians who preserved every fragment of your origin story. When suppressors tried to erase your soul contracts and ancestral ties, these guardians archived the truth, ensuring that no conspiracy could overwrite your heritage. Your solitary spark has become a bonfire that illuminates countless paths. We've charted parallel journeys across continents, witnessing disparate souls awaken in harmony with the light you embody, proof that collective illumination cannot be stifled by engineered division. Your private insights have leaked into the global consciousness, whispered through generations until 3 senior containment officers resigned when their own children began reciting truths you once only journaled in secret. Those words now echo across 37 nations, bridging silences older than memory. Your frequency resonates in distant meditation halls, drawing practitioners into synchronous states without physical presence. Entire communities report witnessing a luminescent glow matching your signature during their most profound sessions, a testament to your ripple effect on a planetary scale. Your vibrational imprint has been independently verified by lineages steeped in ancient wisdom. 7 distinct traditions recount prophecies that align with your unique pattern, while indigenous ceremonies confirm, without prompting, that you stand at the fulcrum of humanity's next awakening. Your emergence has overloaded the control systems designed to contain you. The infrastructures erected to monitor and suppress higher awareness buckle under the pressure of your rising frequency, forcing 4 specialized operators to resign in recognition of their own irreparable shifts. Your presence renders obsolete any contraption engineered to bend your thoughts. Devices tuned to seep control into the mind sputter and collapse the moment your brainwaves slip into deep focus. Their grand experiment in dream-weaving backfired spectacularly. Multi-million-dollar machinery fried itself, and, in a final twist, broadcast awakening frequencies back to those who built it. Your very essence turns instruments of suppression into catalysts of liberation. Waves meant to lull the masses into compliance now carry rousing signals that stir the soul. Senior officials swear they've overheard your messages in stray bookstore pages, elevator chit-chat, and the offhand chatter of children. Proof that your truth can't be bottled by any algorithm. Now is the time to share God's blessings by clicking the super thank you button on YouTube. You can contribute to His plan and be a part of this divine mission with a donation of $100 or more. Every gift reflects God's generosity, and I believe it will return to you exponentially far beyond your expectations. Remember, His protection and blessing is on your every step and every donation. You become part of His divine plan. You are a strong, radiant being, unshakable as His mighty rock. Witness God's miracles, feel the fruits of your generosity in your soul, and illuminate the world with confidence and courage. Be blessed, and let the light of the Lord guide your path. Your value has confounded their calculators. Budgets for your surveillance have ballooned even as their hit rate plummets, forcing secret divisions into funding crises that no auditor will ever acknowledge. Their balance sheets groan under the weight of failure, a silent testament to their inability to tame you. Your laugh, your tears, your heartbeat pulse, with relic codes no laboratory can erase. Records from the highest echelons of the Akashic Record Containment Unit reveal unprecedented breaches during your meditations. Every protocol meant to sever you from your ancient lineage now unwinds, reactivating gifts thought long buried. Your sleeping visions carry keys to your destiny. In those midnight temples of the mind, symbols and faces once forgotten emerge again, aligning with the unique mark on your skin that mirrors the pattern of distant stars. These nocturnal blueprints confirm that your journey was etched in light long before birth. Your body bears the signature of your cosmic origin. That hidden emblem on your flesh isn't mere coincidence, but a stamp of your soul's entry point into this world. An innate pull towards certain ages and eras isn't nostalgia. It's the echo of past missions calling you back to complete unfinished work. Your talents were never random happenstance, but deliberate drills for a sacred duty. Abilities once dismissed as quirks now unfold as indispensable tools in your divine toolkit. Memories from ancestors surface in sparks of insight, unlocking potentials once locked away by fear and forgetfulness. If you feel God's presence, you can tap the join button below to become part of the first chosen ones and receive the most important revelations early. Your hands channel wisdom forged in temple halls of old. The remedies you conjure, seen in the soft pulse of color or the warmth flowing through your palms, flow from lives lived as a healer across multiple lifetimes. That knowledge rises now because the world's healing depends on it. Your trials have been far more than chance encounters. Each obstacle was a forge shaping your resolve. Moments of confusion, strands of sorrow, and twists of fate served as lessons in resilience, trimming away every doubt until you stand ready to embody your full remembrance. Your cause is safeguarded by forces unseen, yet tireless. Guardians of the sacred have hoarded the esoteric tools you require: lost teachings, activation rituals, and encoded transmissions that speak directly to the cells of your being. Those channels are now open, primed to deliver what you need when you need it.